log for August 18th, 2018. Oh, August 18th, 2018. 81818. And that is, in fact, the date of my cousin Ben and my new cousin-in-law Tessa, their wedding, which I got back from probably about half an hour ago. I have stripped myself of my nice shirt that I wore because it was very warm. It was a little warm outside and it started to cool off, but within the building where we were all sitting and eating, it was, well, lots of bodies close together. So, however, they did a good job of getting everybody out of the room by playing the music way too loud. Despite that, it's possible that there may be video footage of me lip syncing to Journey's "Don't Stop Believing" on the internet later. That all depends on my Aunt Jana's desire to post it somewhere, which she might, given that she likes to do stuff like that. Excuse me. The wedding was very nice. We sat outside for the service, and it was officiated by Ben and Tessa's common friend, who they both met while working on law in Colorado. It's a bit funny, actually, that the two of them that all of this happened at all. Tessa grew up in, I believe, upstate New York. She's a Buffaloes fan. Ben grew up in Iowa, but the two of them both, by happenstance, I guess, landed in Denver or Boulder, actually, Boulder, Colorado. And they're both lawyers, I believe. They both work in law. I know Ben's a lawyer. I assume Tessa is also a lawyer. But I don't know who managed to convince Tessa it was really important to have the wedding here in Okoboji, but it did mean a whole lot to the Daniels side, and by extension the Spornitz side of the family, because Grandma June Spornitz was able to see one of her grandkids get married yet again. Well, I shouldn't say yet again. This is Ben's first marriage. Grandma June has managed to see at least, I think, 5 of her grandkids get married at this point, which is something else. She also has many, many great-grandchildren who were almost, I think actually all of them were in attendance for the wedding. And that's just sort of spectacular in and of itself. With another one on the way, my little niece, who will be joining the family in November. The food I have to take a moment to talk about. This is probably the most Midwest wedding menu you could come up with. Your choices were prime rib, fried chicken, or the vegetarian choice, which was pasta primavera. Pasta that was drowned in a cream sauce. It might have been, I don't know if it was yogurt based. It didn't taste like Alfredo. Primavera may be something very specific and I'm just not aware of it, but this was not a vegan friendly wedding by any stretch. And they had appetizers, vegetable platter with ranch dipping, which I had some vegetables and some ranch, and meatballs that seemed to have been soaked in a sauce that tasted suspiciously like A1 steak sauce. Like I said, Midwest menu. But it's funny. I keep saying it's funny. It was a funny wedding. There was a lot of winging it involved. A lot of speech giving that was very off the cuff. The vows were apparently sort of on the spot almost. Not on the spot. They gave them some thought before they got up there, thankfully. But at the very least, it was all from the heart, and it felt very heartfelt. And I think that's all you can really hope for. But it is interesting to see all these guys and girls from the Midwest meeting up with people who came from New York, from Seattle, like me, from California, from Vancouver, um, just really spread across the globe at this point. Um, and they all managed to come out to this little white lake in the middle, not the middle, at the very top of Iowa, the very bottom of Minnesota. And they spent a weekend enjoying themselves and trying to relax when you're not going crazy from a wedding. I might try and do my last vlog tomorrow morning before we get on the plane and go back, but it's going to be a little tight. I plan on getting up pretty early, but we've got to be out of here by 9 o'clock to make the brunch. And that'll be the last time we see Tessa and Ben before they go to Italy for their honeymoon. Oh, brother. But I'm tired, and I'm going to relax for the rest of the night. Maybe put on a movie. We'll probably go to bed pretty soon here. So I'm Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.